Hello, this is Paul from RankWyz, and today RankWyz Daily is on a topic of building better and higher quality content for your SEO campaigns. More relevant, more targeted, the content that will help your SEO campaigns have a much better impact, much better results. Relevancy is a magic word nowadays, and it's only going to be more and more important moving forward. And relevancy is one of the three cornerstones elements of the modern SEO, and it's specifically important for link building, authority, relevancy, and traffic. And while other two, authority and traffic, considered very seriously by anyone who practices SEO, for example, if I'll take authority, you will hardly find anyone who would be trying to promote own sites or the client sites using low quality backlinks or links from low authority sites. It's not the same with the relevancy. Partially because it's very subjective to what extent the content the content you create is relevant, and there's no metrics unlike the metrics for the authority. Even if not Google metrics, it's third-party metrics. But it's also because of the old school mentality that considers very loosely niche related article to be good enough and relevant. So if I'll take an example, let's say dental niche, so this example would be applied to the for those who run campaigns with generic dental articles. Would it be spoon or not spoon, unique, highly unique, or not unique? But it's generic dental article as a campaign to promote sites in a very specific niche. Let's say if I'll take the local SEO example, it will be, let's say, dental office in Toronto. Generic dental article, dental office in Toronto. I'm pretty sure many think that it's not bad. It's relevant enough. Years and years ago, Google was taking relevancy only from anchor text. If link where incoming link would be with the anchor text dental office in Toronto, it will be adding to the value. It will be adding to the value and will help promote the site for the term dental office in Toronto. Later on, with the introduction of Penguin, Google introduced context. Start considering context where the link is placed in. So immediately link from the with the anchor text dental office in Toronto placed in the auto insurance article would have less value compared to the article to the same link with the same article placed in the context of the dental. And this is where this idea that generic dental niche, like continue with the dental example, would be good enough and relevant enough. In fact, Google continued, it's not the only change. Google continues every year moving away from using anchor text as a primary factor to identify relevancy. More and more context becoming important, and nowadays you might consider the context as a new anchor text. Anchor text still works and it's still important, but Google, if you consider Google takes the relevancy from the context, you might think that you might understand why it is important to have article to be more relevant to the dental office in Toronto than to be generic article. You also cannot expect using the same article, or like if it's spoon or just the same quality, the same relevancy, generic dental article to promote a page on the same site or for the term dental office in Toronto, and use the same article to promote another page for orthodontist clinic in Montreal. So the completely different term. I can't use the same content to promote them. They must be more relevant. So it's easy to visualize authority because, as I said, there is a third-party metrics. So it's so simple. The link from, let's say, Trust Flow site 30 plus has more authority than a link from the site with the Trust Flow 10, or even more from the Trust Flow 0. It's easy because we can measure. But it's also this, but it's true, exactly the same for the relevancy. The more relevant content, the higher the impact of the link you place. The less relevant it is, could go to the kind of to the minimum, might be to the zero value, if not to negative. Search Engine Land recently ran a series of articles for the specific topic, relevance versus authority, where they interview multiple SEO experts, asking them what is more important, relevance or authority. And you can read the article, and there are actually several parts. One, it's aggregate all the opinions of those who lean towards authority. Another one to lean toward relevance. But overall consensus is the relevancy is more important than authority. In other words, if you have to choose high authority link from absolutely irrelevant site, you would rather pick the relevant link from not so high authority site. The videos about improving quality links built based on the improvements we've made with the RankWyz ContentMill, our built-in content server, and in my opinion, that will take ContentMill, which is already great built-in content server, to the completely next level. But before that, I want to summarize the idea of ContentMill for those who not familiar with the ContentMill. And if you know everything and you don't want to waste time, you can skip forward to the next video to see the improvements, excited improvements we made with the ContentMill. But if you want to stick for the few minutes overview of the ContentMill, ContentMill is a built-in content server. We are at RankWyz always believe that this is the highest priority when it comes to the building authority networks, to have a content system that will allow create extremely relevant, extremely search engine friendly content. ContentMill organized in buckets, and it has two, like there are a lot of functionality, but two unique functionalities. First, probably not completely unique, but it's still very advanced, that allow the user to create the template from the content blocks. And the blocks are what we call content using different content sources. It will be images, videos, syndicated, news snippet, social snippet, press releases, data feeds, RSS feeds, Yelp, Pinterest, Twitter, and so on and so on and so on. So you can combine them together depending on what quality, what kind of content you want. Do you want to have more videos, more images, more of the content, or might be newsworthy snippets like news and press releases? You can combine them together. You can define a template. You can say if sequence is fixed or floating, that will be change the order every time. You can include probability and more of the other functionality. This is how you define template. It also allows to create articles from topics, and this is how the ContentMill is completely unique compared to any other content generation system. Unlike most of the system, majority of the system that allow you to find the lots of keywords related to the one specific niche. Let's say if I'll put in a lot of dental related keywords, it will scrape the content for all different keywords, mash it together, and I will get somewhat related to dentistry articles. So that's good enough to build a generic dental articles. But as we mentioned at the beginning, it's not good enough to build articles that are promoting, let's say, sites or pages for, let's say, dentists in Toronto or orthodontists in Montreal. RankWyz ContentMill allows to build topics, and every article will be created based on one single topic. So we will create an article on dentist, and next article will be orthodontist. The good example I always use is the sports. If you want to build topics, if you mash up together keywords, volleyball, hockey, and yoga, you'll get absolutely non-related to anything articles. But if you build in a separate topics, you will see the one article is completely on yoga, another article on volleyball. Also, RankWyz ContentMill allows to build the content from the multiple topic lists. And that's great, work great for affiliate SEO, but mostly for local SEO. If one topic is a keyword and another set of topics is locations, the article will be built on intersection of two topics. Let's say dentist in Ottawa, orthodontist in Montreal, dentist in Chicago, and so on and so on and so on. If I'll go to the article itself, you can see that it's created from two topics because I defined two topic lists. And this article is dentist in Miami. You can see that dental clinic in Miami. You can see the dental clinic in Miami in title, related relevant image, relevant snippet of the content, news related to Miami, video Miami, and lots of dental clinic reviews from Yelp. And if I'll take, let's say, orthodontist, dentist in Montreal, let's say, you can see that dentist, Montreal, dentist, snippet of dentist content, news from Montreal, video from Montreal, and via reviews, dentist reviews in Montreal from Yelp. So as I said, there are a lot of other functionalities, but that allows create extremely relevant content for your campaigns and promote it. But there are no great system that cannot be improved. And with the recent changes, we targeted some of the limitation of the ContentMill. One of them, like it's easy to understand limitation if I'll explain how the aggregation of content works. When we use syndicated content, system goes first to the major article directors looking for content, and if nothing found, then goes to the generic web search. Of course, when I use content like dentist, it's there are like 1,000,001 article about dentist and article directors. There's no problem with that. Any content aggregation system will do more or less good job with that. But if I'll go to very specific topic, and as I said, it's really important to target very specific topic with your content, and system doesn't find anything in article directors, it's come to the generic web search, and then you might get search results that are not really content rich. Let's say if I'll take this example with the TV shows bucket, where I have only two topics, House of Cards and Game of Thrones. That's TV shows. And when system collects the content, it doesn't find much content in article directors. It goes to the web search. As a result, the web search, what goes, like if you search, you can see the results. If you search for House of Cards, you'll see a lot of sites that are not really content rich. So there are like scheduling, there are the e-commerce sites selling, there are like news station, whatever, like all related content, which is not as good for content. And this is what this is one of the improvement we made that will allow you completely create relevant content without using limitations of one single topic for the content aggregated. So this is the summary. We made three large changes in the ContentMill. One would be is a build much better content with the questions, with the highly targeted questions. Another would be build completely unlimited, practically unlimited number of highly targeted titles. Title is one of the most important part of the SEO, SEO optimization for the article, and of course, if title is highly targeted for the niche, it will improve the value and overall relevancy of the content to the title, to topic you want to promote. And we have topic discovery. This is the functionality that we're going to be using more and more, that will allow build, when we backlink content, to auto discover topics and select and build relevant content based on the topic discovery. So when we build the content from RankWyz, we'll already know topics. But now when we build backlinks and we put the URLs we want to backlink, and we have a bucket with the multiple topics, now system can will do topic discovery and identify a topic that will be best for this type of URL to backlink. So to make this video kind of manageable to watch, I will split it in several videos. This is the part one. I will be posting it in our community on our blog, and watch tomorrow for the second part. Thank you for watching, and thank you for using RankWyz.